Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. Early morning adventure. Throwing the MEPs. Hey, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Alan. I appreciate all the support. So we're gonna give this location a shot. I love fishing here among the bluffs. Hopefully we'll catch some fish. Fall fishing in full swing. There we go, right there. We got something. Ooh, he had one with him. He's got one with him. Let's take a look. It's a smallie. Ooh, I gotta watch the sketchy footing here. There he goes, and he went away. All right, I'm counting that one. So on this one, I just couldn't get a hold of him because I was worried about my footing, but I'm throwing the MEPs right here. Yeah, see, I'm up on like a bluff, and so sketchy footing. But there's one. Got my usual setups with me today. This one's on the Victory. I may be throwing some top. Ooh, I had one right there. And I missed it. I may be throwing some top water over there. It's a gorgeous morning. It is nice and cool too. I can see a fish down there. He's right down there. I can see him. He didn't go for it. All right. So we're on the board with one. Yes, I'm counting that, even though I didn't get him off. I had to watch my footing. But anyway, I'm throwing this little MEPs. I got a whole bunch of stuff with me today. I'm gonna try the drop shot. Which is one of the cool things about fishing this spot. I can actually use it. This is where I taught myself how to drop shot fish. All right, guys, on the Rico Popper, finally got one. I just let it sit there for a long time. That looks like a spotted bass. Ooh, watch my footing, watch my footing. Easy, easy. Is it a spotted bass? All right. I'm all caught up in stuff here. I don't know, maybe it is a largemouth. Pretty good fish right there. Oh, maybe it is a smallie. I can't tell. All right. There you go. I think it's a smallie. Smallies down here. Of course I get tangled on everything. The smallies down here, I think that was a smallmouth, are really light colored. There it is right there. Man, I just had that going, and I stopped and I let it sit there for a long time. I was telling myself, remember what some of these guys do? They just let it sit. I let it sit there good for like a good 15, 20 seconds. And sure enough, he came up and just hammered it. I had some real aggressive pops, like this, and then I just let it sit. And it was just a little toop. I think that was a smallie, just real light colored. It wasn't a spotted bass, and it sure didn't look like a largemouth. I forget that down here these southern smallmouth can be a real light color. All right, so there we go. We got a couple of them. This is the one lure I don't use that much and I need the most practice on. And finally got a nice fish. I think this is that color that Rick Clun really likes. It's this gold with that yellow bottom. All right, we're gonna try for another one. And then I've got an experiment I'm gonna try. I'm all hung up here. There we go. Yeah, I can see him swimming down there. Oh no, I want to go to drop shot, but maybe this will work here. I'm gonna do the drop shot just a little bit later. Ooh, there's a fish jumped way out there. The challenge for today is I can't really move up and down the bank. I'm kind of hemmed in here, so I'm gonna have to really make the best of it. Got my usual setups. This is on the Mojo. Look at that big boy down there. Senko ready to drop down there. There we go. All right, guys, I threw the 6 cents 80 wake. Nothing on that. Now I'm throwing this Lunker Hunt. Looks like a bug. It's like a water spider. Real quiet bait, but it has a lot of movement. Ooh, something jumped out there. So when I'm fishing, I always pretend like acting like the fish is always watching the lure. That helps quite a bit. I haven't made it to my great experiment yet. I guess it's not really a great experiment, but it's one I've never tested before. I'm going to use a little underspin with a K-lens and see how that works. Because I was getting a lot of action on the MEPS. I took a break from the MEPS because I ran it through there so often. So I fired some of the stuff up in real close to that grass. But nothing doing over there. It's weird because we got these cliffs and it's really deep down in here. And then over there it's shallow, like a shallow bay. That's what it is. It's that little water spider. There we go. Yeah, if I was a fish, I'd be cruising along there looking for bugs and who knows what. Alright guys, there was the great experiment. The K-lens. The salt and pepper with an underspin. We'll see how this works. Hopefully I don't get it snagged. My little hair jig got snagged down there somewhere. I was kind of So this I do like a steady crank, then I kill it. 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 Just do that over and over. Ooh. See, there was a snag down there. I got fish right in front of me. I had a fish down there, but he didn't go for it. Dang it. There he is, he's down there. Let's see if I can entice him. He didn't want it. He just kind of looked at it. He just kind of looked at it, that was it. Dang. He definitely swam over there to check it out. Once in a while I can see him swimming down there. Oh, are you kidding me? I got a snag. No. No. That's what I was worried about. There we go, I got it. Feels like I got a tree branch or maybe even a fish. I got something on here. It is a fish. He came off that rock. Whatever I got snagged on, and then he came up and hit it. Ooh, there he goes. Dang it. I didn't want him to I didn't want him to jump. I tried to wing him over, horse him over. There we go, right there. So I was stuck, and then I gave it a little heave, and when it came off, he hammered it. I was like, do I have a branch or something? I shouldn't have let him jump. I should have just let him take it down, you know? Yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll see if this experiment, well, already it's showing that it's panning out. I love throwing Kalins, guys. Them and Mr. Twister grubs are just perfect. I got a lot of good buddies that are grubbers, you know, that I got hung up there. I got a lot of good buddies that are grubbers, and they're like, man, you just gotta stick with it. Salt and pepper blue pearl shad, I think is what that is. All right, we're gonna go a little deeper. There we go. See, the sun's kind of hitting out that way. Pick up some of that flash. There are some walleye in here, but I've never ever seen somebody catch one, or I've never caught one. This is Lake X up in Oklahoma. thought I had a bite, guys, but I didn't. I don't know if I was on a rock, or maybe I did have a bite. It was like a thunk, thunk. Alright guys, during Amazon Prime those days, they had these scope sticks for like $3, $3.96, and I got a whole bunch of them in this weird kind of shad pattern. But what I did was, it's that translucent, I painted it with like a sparkle gold, and then there's a green, and then I've got one that's kind of like a purple nail polish on there. I put some Procure on there too. Dang, that stinks. So this scope stick, I did a review on it. Well, I guess it was kind of more like I just fished with it. I guess I did like a half type review. But this thing sinks. And it's just a great lure for forward-facing sonar because of how it's designed, but anybody can use it. So I've caught plenty of fish on it, so I know it works. So we're gonna give this a shot for a little bit. And the one thing is, you can give it the jerks, but also just reeling it in, it looks good. Like if you change it up some. So these were so cheap. So I got a whole bunch of them, and then I checked last night, they had a whole bunch of my Vegas color from another vendor. Those were $4.99, so I got a whole bunch of them. And I don't know if they're trying to liquidate or what. I think I was saying it sinks. It gets down to 7 feet is what I mean, but look at that. That thing is awesome. And with the sparkles on there from the nail polish, I can see it sparkling from here. That's good stuff. Just the rocks. I was thinking, man, I got something down there. Yeah, this is a cool bait. There's some big crappie in here too, but I haven't seen them cruising around. I've seen some little panfish. Alright guys, I switched back to the MEPS. Man, I just love throwing this. I got some other colors, but I just love throwing this, dude. Yeah, it's really peaceful out here. Just what the doctor ordered, some good old fall fishing. It's nice and cool. It's like started off in the high 50s. Now we're probably, what, high 60s? Alright guys, we're doing a drop shot, which I rarely do. But this summer in Iowa, I caught a nice fish on the drop shot. So hopefully we'll have some good luck with it. What's that? Sorry guys. Felt like I had something crawling up the back of my leg. Anyway, so we're gonna run this drop shot here. This is the place where I learned how to drop shot and had a lot of success here. So I've got like a Berkeley flatworm on here. I've got eyeballs on it. It's jet black, so I'm just kind of twitching it a little. There we go, I got something. Oh! I think I got him, guys. Yep, I got him. Watch the footing, watch your footing, watch your footing. There we go. There we go. Not very big, but he's a cool little fish right there. On the drop shot. There he goes. He's swimming around down there. Man, that was fun. All right. I also have a pole rigged up with a Senko, so if I see those big ones swimming through down here again, I'm gonna drop it. But let me show you how I caught this guy, or what I was using. Just right there, nose hooked. Boy, he got all sorts of kinked up. That's it. I put some eyes on there. Oh, right down there, guys. I see one. Is that him? The same guy I just caught? That might be him. I think that was the guy I just caught. He was lurking around down there. All right, so I'm pitching this right. Whoa, 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 whoa. What in the heck? Oh, of course. Of course. All right, guys, so this is, I'm pitching it right where I was getting all the hits on the MEPs and all the other stuff. That little kaolin, so I'm throwing it way out and I'm bouncing it all the way back in. Yes, I don't do the drop shot that often, but this summer in Iowa on a little Nico tadpole, I whacked a few. And then we'll see how it goes with this guy. I'm off target. Oh, there we go, I got one. Just a quick snap. There he goes, I got him. Get ready for the old bank flip. Oops, 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 not on the rocks there, buddy. Not in the lures. Let's go. It's a sketchy footing is what I'm dealing with. Come on. Easy. There we go. That one's a little better. There he goes. All right, so we're 2 for 2 on that, but the bait flew off. I gotta track it down. All right, guys, down and through there, I see a whole bunch of panfish. So I may have to get out my little hair jig. Here we go, we're going back in with the drop shot. Same deal, it's way out there and I'm gonna bring it in real slow, bounce it in. Oh, he came off. And I had a good hook set too. Boy, I popped it really well. That's how it goes sometimes. I can't remember whose drop shot hook I'm using, but it's it's one of the ones that the pros use that you always hear them talk about. Man, I'm waiting for a nice big fatty to come in there and hit that thing. It's like a highway right through there, just off the rocks. I just felt a dunk. I should probably just pitch a Beast Coast down there. There goes a bass right there, a largie. Teeny tiny guy. Alright guys, we're hooked up. This time I threw it further out into that little channel or highway. Ooh, boy, he's just freaking out down there. Let's go. go. He's got a little bit of blood from his mouth there. Boy, just right out there. There he goes, under the cliff. I tried to drop shot down below this cliff a little bit, nothing. All right. This is a great drop shot day so far. All right, guys, on my little hair jig. Oh, he jumped and threw it. How? Dang it. There she is. All right, we're gonna try again in just a minute. All right, guys, spot number 2. I'm just dragging a Carolina rig. I kind of fished for a little bit with the other stuff, tinkering, but I had to switch the GoPro battery, and I was like, I might as well go check out the dock. So you can kind of see, I was way down there. Now I'm over here. It's got one of these Denny Brower 4-inch craws on the back of this thing. It may be 3.75, but it's one of those Rage craws. Was piddling here at the end of the dock, just kind of seeing if I could jig anything for crappie, but nothing doing. There we go. Kind of see what I've got going. I'm going to try to go a little deeper. Yeah, so far it's been a good day. I had the drop shot catches, the MEPs, something about that along that rock wall. The thing is, you're kind of pinched in there, and so once you have whacked a few fish, it's like you got to try something else, you know, move spots. Yeah, the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit. been seeing some big dark shadows going through there as catfish. So I ran a square bill through there too, where all that chunk rock is. There's a big O, one of those G finish, but I didn't have any luck with it. Yeah, one of the first smallmouth I ever caught in this lake was right here on a little minnow tube jig. Like a little minnow. Dinky little thing. I was trying to catch some of these panfish, and all of a sudden, whack! He wasn't very big, you know, it's kind of a 11-inch, 12-incher. Alright guys, check this out. I think this is called Nurple Purple, the Bill Lewis MR6. Oh. So we're going to run it through our location here. Everything's looking mighty juicy. This is spot number 3. Running through kind of along this little rocky area here. So this side's got more largemouth, especially along the shoreline here. But there are some smallmouth here too. Somebody's fishing line. Are you kidding me? Let's go. realize I got it back. Crazy. So it was caught in somebody's fishing line down there. Oops. I'm going to try to avoid that this time for sure. All right, boys, we need some fish. Smalley Magic is my favorite color in all the Bill Lewis stuff. This one isn't Smalley Magic, but it's purple, so I got to give it a shot. This also looks like a rattle trap territory. I'm going to do some fan casting and get all the way over to that shoreline. So where I was fishing is way over there to the south. Last time I was here, there were these huge dark shadows going through, which turned out to be carp, because of course I couldn't catch them. I may have a video of that somewhere where I was playing cat and mouse with them. So to get this back, I used this guy right here, this 80 wake from 6 Cents. I got stuff spread out all over the place. I got to be careful here because I don't want to cast and take that whole pole out. What do you think? Should we risk it? See how close we can get to that junk without getting caught? A little closer. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. Well, nothing. Well, I've been running the MEPS through here, all kinds of stuff on both shorelines. I've been firing deep out there with a rattle trap. I mean, I've tried everything I can think of. The only thing I haven't done really is like my little hair jig. On my little ultralight. Gosh, I've been working these weeds with all kinds of stuff. Top water, the MEBs. Just can't get anything to fire in there. Alright guys, I've been working the shorelines where the rocks were. Now I'm over here with the finesse. Oh, that breeze feels good. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until next time, I will see you then. Bye-bye. Now get out there and get your lures wet.